the feds working on the Diddy case are trying to bring Meek Mill in to basically testify against Diddy for all the things that he was doing to the celebrities, because he had the same thing happen to him as Cassie. And so once they found out what happened to Justin Bieber and what they did to him, this is when Diddy started getting taken down, man. All of the allegations and the accusations that happened against Diddy, we're all finding out that they're becoming true day by day. All the victims came forward. If you guys are rocking with Cassie and you support all the victims and you want to get justice for all the victims, put justice for Cassie, put Diddy did it, put 222 for Tupac and everybody like that, man, because all of the people, they had to endure the pain and the suffering from years and years of the torment from P. Diddy and the gaslighting, everything from having the lies and having the people come in and tell them that if they said anything about what Diddy did, that they was gonna kick him out of Bad Boys. They make sure that they won't sing again, and there's a lot of like threats that was happening. And this is why a lot of the celebrities, they didn't want to speak out, because they knew Diddy was heavily popular in the whole thing, so they'll believe him over believing anybody else, man. And so this is why a lot of the people from the like Bad Boys camp, they was quiet. And so now that everything is coming apart, they know for a fact that Meek Mill isn't just gonna sit there and pretty much have everybody be thinking about what happened to him, and he's gonna have to come forward with this whole story. Like, all of these people got exposed, man, especially how they're looking at Jay-Z, they're looking at Beyonce, and they know that they was friends with Diddy. And so everybody's thinking, is Diddy gonna tell on them? Is Diddy gonna actually try to find a way to get out of this situation by pretty much blaming somebody else for something they did? He's snitching. They saying that Diddy's gonna tell on Jay-Z, and he's gonna tell on a lot of people. Mace already told us exactly how everything went down, man. If you guys don't recall, Mace was talking about the freak offs, the after parties. They made him wear an all white suit and everything like that, and he had to go through all of this because he knew what they did to Craig Mack. He knew what happened to Tupac and Biggie, and he didn't want to end up like that, because P. Diddy, he'll black out and he'll go crazy and have everybody, like, he'll put the money on somebody's head and have Keefy D and them come and take him out. And this was what was going on through the whole late 90s and everything, early 2000s. And now that the karma is coming back on P. Diddy from what he did to Kim Porter and all those people, man, this is why Kim Porter, she deserves to be able to rest in peace and everything like that, because they should have solved the mystery about Kim Porter a long time ago. Now that we know that Cassie had all these things happen to her from Diddy, this was the same thing Kim Porter was dealing with for many, many years, man. And we all feel bad for Kim Porter, and we want to send our condolences to all the families, but justice for Kim Porter, because the same thing that Cassie went through, Kim Porter had to deal with it, and it went even worse for her, man. Once they found out what was in her drink, and the same thing that P. Diddy was trying to throw away, that bottle in the dumpster, and he got caught. He was leaving in the G-Wagon, and he got seen throwing like items into the dumpster from a nearby business, and it was right after Kim Porter was basically rushed to the hospital and everything like that. They were still trying to revive her, and so they're gonna figure out exactly like who pretty much did that, and it all leads back to fingers pointing at P. Diddy right now, especially with the Tupac case, man. Justice for Tupac. If you rocking with Tupac, let me know where y'all from. Put the 222s in the comment section, because they're gonna get the justice for Tupac and Biggie, because Diddy can't get away with all of this. He basically, the snowball effect happened from Cassie coming out and speaking out and putting the lawsuit out there for the 30 million. Diddy settled right away because they knew they was in the wrong. Diddy knows that he did all of those things, and that's why they never even try to go and take it to trial with Cassie, because he was already, they have the footage against him, they have the witnesses, they have everything on P. Diddy, all the dirt, and that's why they've been trying to make sure that none of them release any of the tapes, because it's going to show everything was true. And the Diddy tapes is what everybody's looking for right now. That's what the feds are looking for. When the feds raided Diddy's entire estate in Miami and New York and everything like that, they were finding the footage hidden from Kim Porter, the footage that he was trying to hide that show what happened to Cassie, the footage he was trying to hide from all the other times, all the other people. And basically there's so many victims in this whole entire thing that now when you look at it, they all teaming up against P. Diddy. Everybody's putting their story out there. Everybody's going and they're doing the interviews for the documentary. 50 Cent is exposing everything that Diddy did because he knows for a fact that Diddy was wrong for that. He should have never went down that path. He got away with too much and it got to his head. The money changed him and he became too greedy, too powerful, to where he thought anything he did, he was going to be able to get away with it. He got people taken out of the way. He got people who to be quiet for years and years and years. Even his own girlfriends, his own lady and everything like that. This is how he was treating his own girlfriend, Cassie. And so Cassie was thinking like she wanted to get married. She wanted to do all of these things and start a family, and she wasted 10 to 15 years of her life with P. Diddy, and look at all the things he was doing to her. It was never worth even being with him. And this is what she's saying. This is coming directly from the sources that are around P. Diddy and that were around Bad Boys at that time. Cassie regrets even having to meet P. Diddy because she would have just, if she even never became a superstar and just lived a normal life, at least she would have never had to go through the things that Diddy had to put her through. And this is why everybody is looking at the situation like he needs to be stopped. He needs to be stopped. Why did they let him get away with too much? At first, you know, they were letting him, he was running, he was pushing to certain things and everything like that they wanted him to say and be about. But then all of a sudden, behind closed doors, behind the scenes, once 1 a.m. hits at the Diddy party, once it's 1 a.m., that's when he comes out of the closet and basically in the all-white suit, and he brings everybody with him. And this is when everything starts off. That's why people like Denzel Washington, the other people, they said don't stay until 1 a.m. Leave 30 minutes before he shows up because you don't want to be seen, because they'll ask him if the people who try to sneak out of the Diddy party, once Diddy showed up and everything started happening, they seen too much already, so they can't let them go. They're forced to stay and be a part of the whole thing. That's why they were all the other people who knew what was going on and try to avoid it because they didn't want to be put in that same category. They knew to get out of there early. They already were told and briefed about how Diddy was like and what the parties are like. It's not just some celebrity get together after party. It's way more than that. And this is why a lot of the things that went down, Diddy didn't want nobody to know. That's why he kept the footage hidden from all of those things for the longest time, years and years and years. It was so many tapes. And the thing was is that the feds said, the prosecutor said, Diddy, he liked to keep them tapes. He liked to keep the tapes and have it saved up because he didn't want to have to throw it away and have somebody find it in the garbage can accidentally and then leak everything. And so it was basically that was his downfall too. The fact that he had a whole closet filled with all the tapes, it was evidence against him, against the things that he did. The things that he was accused for was in those footage tapes. And this is what Cassie was alluding to. This is what G&D was alluding to when he said that the surveillance footage, once the feds get a hold of that, it's over with for Diddy, because it's going to show play by play everything that happened. And Cassie and her team, they got the footage. They got footage from her side. They were able to get a lot of the stuff because before it was too late, they knew that Cassie had a case against Diddy, and it was important for them to get them pieces of evidence to be able to get justice for everybody, man. It's justice for everybody involved, man. Cassie, Tupac, Kim Porter, Biggie Smalls, like none of them deserve to be treated like that. And the karma is coming up against P. Diddy. He's gonna have to face the consequences for the actions that he did. All them years of built up things is added up one after another, and he's gonna have to meet his maker on Judgment Day and everything like that. You got to look at it like all of this is unraveling, and P. Diddy is falling off and crashing out because he got away with so much and he was basically too greedy. He could have just been cool with 50 million and chilling and not being in the limelight and all that. But you remember what Suge Knight said? He wanted to be all in the videos and get all the attention and be the executive producer, and stuff isn't supposed to be like that. And so this is why everybody knew that Diddy, he has something to hide and everything, and that's why they basically try to stay far away from him. And now that is all coming into light, they're gonna get the justice for everybody. So I want to say justice for Tupac and all of them, Kim Porter, justice for Cassie. Put the 222s in the comment section. Let me know where y'all from. Let me know what y'all think about the whole situation with Puffy, Diddy, and everybody from Cassie to what's happening right now with Meek Mill.